good evening. I am your host, Data T, and this is my channel, The Good Guys. Guys, today's story comes out of Nashville, Tennessee. This says, title, Good Samaritan steps in to help victim after Antioch shooting. Now, guys, before we get into today's story, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, comment, and subscribe, I would appreciate it. Remember, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We're rapidly approaching 200, soon to be, and I appreciate that, guys. You guys have helped out tremendously on the growth of the channel. And you guys can also feel free, hit me on Twitter, mine's TruthSocial, various other platforms, TikToks, and even Instagram. So let us dive into today's story.
Antioch business is claiming self-defense after he shot and killed a customer yesterday.
And just moments ago, we learned that Metro Police have identified 33-year-old Larry Johnson Jr. as the person who attacked a Valvoline instant oil change employee when he apparently got tired of just waiting for service. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Carrie Sharp. Quick thinking may have actually saved that employee's life. News Channel 5's Aaron Cantrell shows us how.
I didn't realize when I was a kid.
Jonathan Rizzo is grateful for the training he received as a Boy Scout.
I am trained in first aid, so yeah, when things happen, I try to be there for people.
Rizzo showed up for a 22-year-old Valvoline employee after he was shot by an impatient customer.
I saw an employee stumble out and fall to his knees. I said, "Oh, he's probably hurt. He looks hurt." And I ran over, and he said, I'm shot. And I said, "Oh man." I said, "Calm down." I pulled my shirt off, and I said, Does anybody have a gun?"
At the time, Rizzo didn't know who pulled the trigger.
I was dumbfounded when I heard how it actually happened.
Metro Police say the employee was shot by an agitated customer who was upset at the lack of immediate service, so he decided to fill up his own tires with air. The employee told him he couldn't, and an argument happened.
He must have been having a terrible day too. I don't know. But to get that angry and take it out on somebody just trying to help you do their job.
Police say despite the manager telling the customer to leave, a fight broke out, and at some point, the customer pulled out a gun and shot the employee.
I think 2 shots in his arm and a shot in his hip. So I applied pressure with the rest of the shirt to the wounds and then tightened his belt to put pressure on that.
Seeing his employee injured, the manager told detectives he shot and killed the customer in self-defense. Rizzo remembers the manager coming outside to check on his employee.
Now, guys, remember, you can use your firearm in deadly force in the protection of others. So I got no problem with the manager doing this. Okay. I have said in many of these cases, even the ones that we've covered on the channel, guys, that a lot of employees now, people, especially when you're working with customers and you have people coming in and out of the business, okay? A lot of employees, clerks, whatever you want to call them, are carrying firearms, okay? I remember, I don't know if it was Roy Rogers or at Popeyes, and one of the ladies calmly, open carry, had a Glock, okay? And I'm one of those people that say, fantastic. You know, me personally, I would rather carry concealed. But, you know, I think sometimes if you post a sign or if you have guys who are all wearing firearms at one time, it kind of says, maybe I shouldn't go in here and cause any trouble. Okay? And I think it's a good thing. Unfortunately, for this particular employee, he did not have his firearm on him. Who knows what that policy is? But it is, I wonder even if the manager even explained to them, you can't have a firearm. This is company policy, but he has a fire on him just in case. Okay? Who knows? Now, this is Tennessee. Okay? This state is constitutional carry. And they are allowed to have firearms. They can walk around with it on their hip. They can have it concealed. They don't need a permit for none of that. Okay? But it is interesting. You know, I would say the good guy here is there's two different good guys. You have this guy here. He's a good guy for coming to help out. Okay, no question. And then also a good guy is the manager to come in and defend his employee. Okay, he doesn't have a. I don't even know if he really has an obligation to do that, but he did, and that makes him a good guy. Okay, let's hear the rest of the story.
Hey, I said, is everything okay? You know, does anybody have a gun? He said, I do. He pulled up his shirt and showed me he's got his pistol on. I said, okay, is anybody shooting? He said, no, that guy's no longer, you know, he's dead.
Rizzo is grateful. The man injured is expected to be okay,
God, I don't know, put me in the right place, the right time.
but hates to see a life end over not being patient.
Not being able to wait a few more minutes, lost his life. It's terrible.
In Antioch, Aaron Cantrell, News Channel 5.
Unbelievable. Also, after the shooting, an unidentified man went into the business and took Johnson's gun and then ran off. Metro Police just got us this photo. So if you recognize this guy, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers.
You know, this portion, guys, is just an aside. Somebody who is a criminal was basically trying to make, take advantage of a bad opportunity. Okay. Definitely, though, we do want to get this guy. He may be, who knows, trying to commit a crime. Maybe he wants to get a firearm that is not traced back to him, or maybe he can't even get a firearm in the first place, so that's why he stole it. But anyway, the event or what just happened, okay, I agree with the Good Samaritan who stepped in and saved and helped apply first aid, that, man, this guy lost his life because he was impatient. It is so true. He really did lose his life just because he couldn't take a breath. And this is also, guys, I want to tell you, this doesn't only just apply to, the bad guy. This also applies to many self-defenders. People who carry firearms, you have to be cooler than everybody else. Okay? From all of the classes that I've ever taken, from anything talking about self-defense, they always preach you need to be the cool guy in the room because you have the ability to shoot, the ability to kill. And that power, you have to be responsible. Great power comes with great responsibility. You just can't dish it out whenever you feel like it. So it is sad. There's no question. That's not a reason to lose your life, boss, because they wouldn't put air in your tire. Nah, don't want to go out like that. It's just a bad way to go. Okay, and you know what? And I have to say, that's his fault. And we have to have responsibility. I don't care what you're going through, Papa. That is your fault. It really is. So anyway, guys, you know what I say at the end of these videos, and I mean it. Good people carry guns. Good people should always carry guns. Okay? Because if we did not have good men, if good men did not choose to do the right thing, then we would have no good guys.